Have you ever found yourself at 3 a.m. desperately wondering if there's a better way to get that tummy bubble up after a feed? Trust me, after 2 babies, I've learned there's more to it than just the classic over-the-shoulder pat. What if I told you there are 12 burping techniques? Oh, and make sure your partner watches this video too. My husband was a champion burper and loved the chance to bond with our babies and be part of the feeding experience. Plus, he had the patience of a saint. So why do we burp our babies anyway? Well, the idea is that we're trying to release any air they may have swallowed while feeding. This trapped air can make them uncomfortable, gassy, and more likely to spit up. Generally, breastfed babies tend to burp less than bottle-fed babies because they are less likely to take in excess air. Do we even need to burp our babies? Well, actually, there's some debate about whether you need to burp your baby every single time. Some babies are pretty good at getting rid of air on their own, so get to know your baby. If your little one seems comfortable without burping, great. If they're fussy after feeds, then it's worth trying to burp them. Okay, I'm going to show you 12 different burping techniques. Remember, every baby is different, so experiment. The first one, classic up on the shoulder, pat their back or rub. Make sure you're supporting their bottom with your hand. None of these little pitter-patters, please. You need a fair amount of pressure. The next position is just a little bit further down with baby's tummy against the breast. So this is one for mums. Again, rubbing their back and patting with nice firm motion. The pressure on their tummy should help bring that bubble up. And you can also see their face a little bit easier as well. The next one is just simply walking around and bobbing your baby. Some people say just holding your baby and walking up and down the stairs can help. The simple movement can actually release a bubble from their tummy. The next one is the bobbing technique. Just hold your baby out in front of you and gently bob them up and down. You could also look at them and help them relax with your facial expressions. The next technique involves using an exercise ball, yoga ball, pregnancy ball, whatever you've got. Just sit your baby on the ball and bob them up and down or roll the hips around. You can also lay them across the ball. Of course, just like any other technique, you need to support their head if they're very young. The next technique is sitting your baby on your lap. So support your baby's head with one hand, their chin resting on the cradle between your thumb and index finger. Use your other hand to pat or rub their back. This works well for older babies with a little bit more head control. You could also rotate their body as well in a circular motion to help those air bubbles along. The next technique is to lay your baby across your lap. Again, you might need to support their head and their chin. Get a burp cloth ready. Don't do this after feeding. And just gently rub their back. The next technique is to lay your baby across your arm. So lay your baby face down along your forearm, again supporting their head. Pat their back with your other hand. This position uses gravity to help with those bubbles. Now let's talk about gas at the other end. First of all, we're going to do some hip rotations. So lay your baby on their back and gently rotate their hips in a circular motion. So your hands are either side of their hips and you're just circling around. The next technique is bicycle legs. So move your baby's legs in a cycling motion like this. You can also move them together. And that gentle pressure on the tummy will help the bubble. And then you could also lift your baby's legs up like this, very gently. And again, this will depend on the age of your baby. The last technique is the I love you massage. So we're going to lay your baby on your back, trace an I on this side of their tummy, and then an upside down L, and then a U. I'm just going to sit the baby up to show you. Obviously, you would lay your baby down. Let's do an I, an upside down L, and an upside down U. This is following your baby's digestive tract, and it really helps get the bubbles out. I just want to talk about how to minimize the need for burping in the first place, because prevention is better than cure. If you're breastfeeding, ensure a proper latch. A good latch means baby's lips are flanged out and they're taking in a good portion of the areola, not just the nipple. This helps reduce the amount of air they swallow. If you hear a clicking sound, that could mean the latch isn't quite right. Have a look at my video about how to get the perfect latch here. I've got a little gift for you. In the description below, you'll find a free download, 10 ways to make breastfeeding easier. You could also try different feeding positions. The layback position, where you're reclined and baby is on top of you, can use gravity to help with milk flow and reduce air intake. Now, bottle feeding parents, angles are key. Hold the bottle so it's tilted, keeping the nipple and neck filled with milk. This reduces the amount of air your baby swallows. And choose the right nipple flow. If it's too slow, your baby might suck harder and take in more air. Too fast, and they might gulp to keep up, again, swallowing air. Try taking breaks during feeding or try paced bottle feeding. This gives your baby a chance to naturally let out any air they swallowed. For all feeding methods, keep your baby's head higher than their tummy during feeds. This can help prevent milk from coming back up and reduce the need for burping. Always feed your baby before they're super hungry. A calm baby tends to feed more slowly and swallow less air. Remember, these tips can help, but some babies will still need burping. It's all about finding what works best for you and your little one. I want to answer a few FAQs that I've encountered professionally as a breastfeeding coach. How long should you burp your baby? A good rule of thumb is to try for about a minute or two. Keep looking at your baby. If they seem comfortable, then they may not need burping after all. When should you switch positions? If you've been at it for about 2 minutes with no luck and your baby seems uncomfortable, try a different technique. Sometimes a change in position is all it takes to get that stubborn bubble out. What if your baby doesn't burp? Don't stress. Some babies don't need to burp every time. If your little one seems content, it's okay just to skip it. Just be prepared with a burp cloth later, just in case. How do you know when it's time to burp? Here are some common signs to watch for. Your baby starts to get fussy or squirmy during a feed. They pull away from the breast or bottle. You hear gulping or gulp-suck patterns during feeding. They start to arch their back. You see them grimacing or looking uncomfortable. Every baby is different. My first would let out these massive burps, while my second was more of a silent burper. You'll soon learn your baby's unique cues. The key is to stay relaxed. If you're tense, your baby might sense it and have a harder time letting out that burp. Before you go, don't forget to grab your free download in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more parenting tips and tricks. And hey, I'd love to hear about your favourite burping technique in the comments.